What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 3, day 3, GTO Thoughts. I'm putting this on my other YouTube channel I have for the GTO Club. I put the first and second episodes on my main channel, and I think some people really loved them. But I think during the days that I do a regular podcast, it's probably not smart to put both videos on there. It might detract from, I guess, the podcast getting out there, and I'm still going to put them on a playlist. They'll still be on the iTunes, and I don't know if I'm going to keep calling this GTO Thoughts, but if anyone has a suggestion for a name, let me know. So this is a series. Once again, it's going to go over my 336-hour month prop bet challenge where I have to do 10 daily challenges and have to complete 7 monthly challenges by the end. Today was a really great day, and I'll kind of go down the list. I actually had a breakthrough today on GTO Club from the accountability aspect of things, and it actually stemmed from something I learned last night during my marketing course that I was studying. It's a digital marketing course, and something they mentioned about customer value in that actually inspired me to, I don't know, it kind of brought together an answer I had of ways to me to work closer with people in the group, and for me to also provide some actionable plans for people to take that then is easy to track, easy to work with, easy to build content around, easy for others to find inspiration in. And yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. So I think today was a, what time is it now? It's 11 o'clock. I woke up at 8. So about almost 16 hours in. Today was an okay day. I think the morning did really well. Had my usual morning routine. Breakfast, did some grocery shopping, got a bunch of chicken, a bunch of fruit, a bunch of really good food. In terms of getting one of the daily challenges done, so I'll kind of start at the top here. PLO social media post, I haven't done that yet. GTO social media post, I did that later at night, but I definitely could have need to kind of figure out exactly what my plan of attack is for that. Read, be obsessed or be average. I pretty much read like 2 or 3 chapters now. And I might need to change that to another book, but yeah, I think there's still value to be gained from going back and reread. The first time I read the book, I just like all these thoughts clicked in my mind. I'm like, holy fuck. It's like, wow, this guy's speaking to me. So I don't know. I feel like I'm not really putting myself enough in the zone while I'm reading that book. I think I really need to try some of the other techniques, which is kind of just put the phone on airplane mode and really just try to be at peace and be in the zone while I read, focusing on the words, focusing on the notes. And I feel like I haven't been doing that. I just like got so much on my mind these past 2 days as I'm doing that. Club meeting went fucking great. That was awesome. Pumped me up. Did that later at night. GTO Club message video was sort of about the breakthrough I had, because in the morning I was talking with my wizard assistant, Jonah. And I don't know, whenever I just talk to people, ideas come to me. I don't know how it's possible. I've always had this knack for just these creative ideas for things. And I mean, I had the podcast 2 years before I started doing it. I mean, it's like I just always like had these ideas in my mind that I always felt would be successful. But the thing is, there's a lot of ideas, and I feel like a lot of them would be successful. And then it comes to narrowing it down. I mean, just today on my phone, I've written down. I mean, I just write things down all the time. I've probably written, like, I mean, I came up with a whole entire content marketing plan for. I mean, it's just like, it's crazy. It really is. I came up with 2 characters that I'm never gonna do. Tyrone, what's up, man? Tyrone. He's like a ghetto guy, hangs out the park, addicted to drugs. And then Trigger. Trigger's like this, he likes to fuck white girls. Pretty ghetto, man. What's up, man? Trigger in the motherfucking house. What up? I don't know, man, where it came from. I don't know. Is that creative? I guess not. Probably not. I assume everyone's just creative until I talk to people and you realize they're not very creative at all. So GTO Thoughts video, we're doing that now. Best of the podcast clip. When I do podcast, that's going to serve as the best of clip. Conversation with someone inspiring. I kind of feel like I cheated in this one a little bit, but at the same time I didn't, because talking with Lucky Chewy, Andrew Shittenberger, I mean, that's a pretty inspiring conversation, man. Way he approaches life. He talked about meditation, way he approaches himself, the way he approaches poker, I mean, yeah, I definitely really enjoyed talking to him. It made me feel great. Made me feel very happy that I do the podcast. It made me feel very, I feel a lot of things. Hopeful, very inspired. How inspired? Pretty inspired, yeah. Kind of just meet new people, try new things. Yeah. Business marketing course study session. Spent much time in the digital marketer lab today. I feel like that shit's Chinese, man. Holy fuck, dude. My God, they're talking about a lead magnet and a tripwire and I guess I got a core product, right? A core product. They're talking about the profit maximizer in this thing. You're talking about, well, it starts at the top, right? It's like an 8-step thing. It's 8 steps. First is like what the sources of traffic, and then you want to get them back in the email. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, so it's like, my thoughts on that is like, so if everyone does it, like, I'm not a big fan of doing just copying what everyone else does and like do what everyone else does. Obviously it works. The strategy works. That's all you see on these sites. Now you go to a site, something fucking pops up. Give me your email. And then it has some like clickbaity thing. And I guess the clickbaity thing is pretty valuable. And then you get the baity thing, and then you go to it and you're like, damn, this is fucking good. I mean, they're just like, they're all like that. It's like anytime I go to a site now, I know I'm going to get a fucking pop-up with an email and asking for something. I mean, I don't know. At some point, doesn't it become less valuable? But maybe I'm just like, gotta follow that. I mean, it's kind of like poker, right? You follow strategies from other people, and then you sort of like figure out what works on your own. So maybe I just need to follow these proven GTO strategies and then sort of figure out on my own from there exactly like what to do. You know, it's kind of like I start a GTO club business. I don't really know. I'm just like kind of clicking buttons, and I feel like, but I'm willing to adjust quickly. I'm willing to adjust my strategies quickly. I'm willing to adjust the way I work with people quickly. I'm willing to try new ideas quickly. And I guess that kind of comes from poker. I've always been that with poker. I always just tried a bunch of strategies all the time, always changing strategies, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work. If I find something that fucking crushes, I stick with it. And I think that's kind of, kind of what I've done with the club so far is I found a couple ideas that I fucking love, that I feel like are the best, and I've gone with them. Podcast, same way. Same thing for the podcast too. So yeah, share one thing I learned. Did amazing today. I think the share one thing I learned today was a couple things. One is that talking with other creative people, I mean, I knew this, right? It's like a reminder, is that it just unlocks these thoughts and these sort of things in my mind. And like, I just like during the meeting today, I came up like with a brand new fucking idea during the meeting, which was kind of take the topics, take the things. And I don't, man, I'm just telling you, it's weird. Something comes out of me there. Really learned a lot about the idea of content marketing and digital marketing and sort of creating a product, a business, an online business today. I learned a lot more. It's becoming a little bit more clear. You know, one of the theories, one of my ongoing number 2 theory is you kind of learn something 15 minutes every single day. You know, some of the things I've been studying talks about how when you learn something one day, if you don't learn it again over the next couple of days, it decreases until it's out of your system completely, unless it's like super memorable. So that's kind of why I'm focused on reread the same book, take the same course, do these same things for a period of time, really take in that information, make sure I'm still in the zone the 3rd, 4th, 5th time through the information though, and not just sort of like I read this before, so it's registering with me, but it's not really registering with me. So I think that's definitely something that you consider moving forward. I don't have a podcast tomorrow. I can stick to my normal structured schedule. I can really try to crush it tomorrow, which is going to be good. But yeah, it's been going well. I feel like these last 2 days though, like, I know it's weird because like podcasts, you know, main thing, but at the same time, I'm kind of more like the challenge is the same thing. So I feel like the podcast is kind of just throwing the day off a lot, because before the podcast, I'm preparing for the podcast. I'm mentally preparing. I'm just making sure I'm running, you know, I do this thing an hour and a half before. I just like run it through my mind, right? Just run topics, ideas through my mind. And honestly, I don't need to write anything down. I mean, I could ad lib, I could just go with an entire 3-hour podcast and never write anything down. Because there's like these little, there's like tricks. No, I don't know if people know there's tricks. And if someone can identify my tricks that I do in the podcast, how I make it just fucking flow and sound great, and how it just goes, and it just like seems like there's always some kind of going on most of the time. And I've gotten better at it over time, because sometimes before there'd be, a couple times I just gather my thoughts a little bit. Now I don't really need to gather my thoughts. I have my like default 3 to 5 things I instantly go into. You always have your like kind of call to action questions. Although I feel like my call to action questions, my kind of like default questions, I haven't really filled it out as in depth for guests recently. So it's kind of like lacking a little bit. I used to have these like really bomb questions, like 2 things you learn, 2 things to give to a guest, 2 podcast suggestions, like these sort of things. And like, I sort of went away from those, but yeah, I'm tired. You guys can tell, but I still got my tricks. I don't know, man. Podcast. This is really getting into thoughts, but I love the podcast in a lot of ways. There's some aspects I don't necessarily like that much. I wish you could just well, I guess you can, right? I guess I do this to some extent. I almost wish like I could just do the podcast and like not have to worry about if people watch it or distribution or getting it out there or getting an ad on Facebook or engaging with people on 2+2 or engaging in people on Twitter, engaging with the comments on YouTube. Like, but I know that sort of as a part of it. That's a big reason that, I like the engaging with people who take the time out to watch it the most, but I guess all the other stuff that goes into it, and maybe that comes down the road if I get people to work with, they take care of that stuff. I can just focus on engaging with the comments. But I mean, now you gotta fucking, now there's like thinking about this algorithm thing on YouTube, right? You're like, oh my God, you gotta fucking think about the algorithm. And then, a certain amount of subscribers want to see that, you need to get it in front of them and all this stuff like that. It's just like, man, I just want to fucking talk to people, and people watch it, they watch it, man. 2 people watch it, man. I don't know. Like I care, but I it doesn't matter to me really, I don't. It matters to everyone else way more than me. I'm sure there's people that like go to my YouTube channel like, oh my God, he's got, this many subscribers, but only like this many people watch this video. It's like, because I hear people do that to other people. It's just like, man, who gives a fuck? Like, what does it fucking matter? I don't know if you're creating something that you love and it's making you happy, that you love doing. I mean, what, like, I don't know. I don't know why other people obsess about this stuff so much. I guess, I mean, it makes sense, right? It's like money. It's like money. People obsess about money. I used to obsess about money. I used to be fucking them. That used to be my driving force and motivator at poker. I wanted to make $1 million. Got pretty close, but you know what? Certainly wasn't like a happy person. Was an enjoyable person. I needed to fix a lot of mental leaks in my life. Maybe now it might be different, but I don't know. We'll find out. I'm going to tell you that right now. We're definitely going to find out, but I don't know. I feel like with all this stuff, it's like if I want to get views, now I'm really getting into thoughts. If I want to get views, it's easy to get views. I mean, like, come on. People think I'm some fucking idiot. I don't want to fucking get views for a YouTube fucking channel. I mean, come on. How do you do it? Well, you just do popular topics. I mean, come on. It's not fucking rocket science here, right? You create popular videos that are going to be popular, that touch on popular topics or have a certain theme behind the videos that's going to register with your primary audience. And then once you get good at that, then you can start creating content that's going to be in your genre specific, but then is going to appeal to a more casual type of crowd. With that, you then market to those people on the various sites, Facebook, Twitter, PokerTube, Poker News. You get on those sites where the fucking noobs are going to be at it. I mean, that's how you do it. It's not rocket science. Or apparently I can just go to the fucking Horseshoe Casino and record myself playing 6 hands of PLO 1020 and come back and make it into a video blog, and that's going to get a lot of views, right? It's not rocket science. Just isn't, man. It really isn't. It's not hard. If anyone out there Want some help getting a lot of fucking views on their thing? Let me know. I'll give you the fucking ideas to do it. I'll show you how to fucking do it, man. I know why it gets me so fired up about this. I don't even know. I don't know why I get so fired up about it. Not really sure. It's just an interesting topic. It really is. There's like, 5-10 people I know right now just are all about it. I guess that's their version, right? That's what they love. They love that challenge. They love that. Whereas me, like, I don't necessarily care about that. It's like that doesn't do it for me, really, Like this video, this does it for me, man. Me putting out GTO Thoughts, having like 7 people watch it and be like, dude, it's fucking awesome. Like, this has pumped me up. Tomorrow, I want to go make a structure for myself. Like, that gets me excited right now. Maybe a couple years ago, a bunch of views might have got me excited. But now it's like, I don't know, man. I just, you change, right? You evolve, you mature, you whatever, man. You get different interests. But maybe I'll change, maybe 2 months from now, I'm going to say I'm a fucking idiot now, right? Who knows? I'm going to say, I can't believe I said that. I'm going to start having on Doyle Brunson, Mike Mattisau, Phil. I'm going to get all the most popular people in poker on, man. I'll start changing the ways I network. I'll start changing the people I'm friends with. I mean, it ain't hard, guys. Come on. I mean, it's just like the whole fucking game. It's an easy game to play. Just matter, do you want to play the game or not? Never been a game I'm interested in playing, really. Never been a game I've been wanting to get into. So, for better or for worse. For better or for worse, comment in the thread was like, I put my podcast thread was that, oh, I really don't like the direction you're going with the podcast. You used to have on high stakes guys. Now you have on random live guys. And I'm like, you know what? The random live guys you speak of are some of my favorite people. They're sure they're American. They might not be as popular in terms of a 2+2 or regular other audience that's rest of the world, but like, they're people I really enjoy. I want to talk with them. I'd like to have them on the podcast. I want to show them some love. They don't necessarily get to do a lot of stuff. And I want to have mine. I want to show them some love, man. I want to talk with them. Like, that's my time. I get to have a 2-hour conversation with people that I like. So, as I build my network and meet more people that I enjoy, I'd like to have them on the podcast. It's not always going to be the most popular players or the best players or that. I'm not attracted. I don't become friends with someone because they got a lot of money or because they're popular, because they got a lot of followers, or because they play fucking high stakes. I mean, that's not how, that's like, I know a lot of people do shit like that, but that's not me. It's never been me. It's not always a positive thing for things like this, right? You want to have these people, you want to be like Poker Central's doing right now. Poker Central puts something out. You got Negreanu quotes a tweet, Helmuth quotes a tweet, Negreanu quotes it again. You got all these other popular people retweeting it. I mean, that's smart. That's what you want to do, man. That's why you have those relationships. That's why you have these people that, that's why you do things like that. Because then when you create content, you got all these other people that then help you share that content, right? And that's where building the relationships like that. And for me, like I guess, I have some relationships, but man, I'm more like I'm like friendly with a lot of people. I could be friends with a lot of people if I was around them. I got like, I never meet anyone I don't really like. Like can't say I don't like anybody. I like most people I meet. Whether they like me or not, I don't know. Who knows? But I feel like I had a lot of acquaintances in poker world, and got a lot of friendly people I'm with in poker world, a lot of friends. Like if I see it, we'll kick it, we'll hang out. A lot of times I'm kind of in grind mode, man. I'm just grinding. I'm just, really working on myself and having my people that I talk to. But obviously that isn't the best thing when it comes to, let's say, like, hey, you put out some content and then you want other people to support it. Well, at the same time, I do put out a lot of fucking content. So even if someone was, they're not going to be, retweeting all or sharing this or sharing it, all sort of things. So plus you raise the bar so high with certain pieces of content that then, but man, I'm telling you guys, I got 4 or 5 ideas for poker content that people would just like love for sure. Just a matter of if I'll ever do them. pretty much, yeah, it's a matter of if I'll ever do them. If I ever like get the motivation to do them or desire to do them. I mean, I know one idea. It's an idea I've had on deck for a long time, but I guess that could be soon. Actually, that might be a month away, 2 months away. It's a tremendous idea. It's the best idea one of the best ideas I've had. But it's getting long. We'll wrap it up. That's what I got. You guys got to look into the mind a little bit. Be back tomorrow. That's it. Day 3. Peace out.